everyone, and welcome to another edition of me shouting at things that are related to Yomi. And joining me on this wonderful cast this fine night are Southpaw Hare.
Hello.
And CloudCuckooCountry.
I have chalk hoof prints on my chest. Ow, ow.
Yes, that's right. Cloud joining us from deep beneath the earth in a secretive Troc recovery ward.
Oh man, he got so upset with me yesterday when I picked Troc on my final match. I was I had to do it.
There's more than a
those leave marks,
or anything, but I was just like, his opponent was playing Gwen. I was like, switch to Argagog because that match is hilarious. 4 health per turn, lol. And then he switched to Troc, and I was like, you traitor! How dare you!
So we'll Yomi confirmed real fighting game because no other type of game produces that kind of salt. But today we've got another exciting edition of International Yomi League action for Season 3. This is playoffs. This is the East Realm playoffs. We've got enomus versus Kirandio. Confirmed, basically real life M. Bison enomus, and Kirandio, I guess, is the plucky, karate master who comes out of nowhere that no one expected to make it this far.
So are you implying that enomus keeps dying and getting new bodies, he keeps resurrecting himself?
I think that's basically correct given his behavior on the forums. Just an infinite variety of clone bodies.
I see.
So it should be a really interesting match. So enomus, known as the self-hating Vendetta player.
He does play some other characters, though.
He does, yes. Notably, Argagarg. He's busted out an Argagarg occasionally. He played a very good Lum against Leontes in the Season 2 International Yomi League Yomi Bowl, so the Season 2 finals. And we're seeing Argagarg here. I was about to say, Kirandio is mainly, I think, known, or he kind of made his mark on the league as a Jaina player.
Yeah. I saw him actually practicing Grave just before this match, and this was not the matchup I was expecting at all. I was expecting enomus to go straight to Vendetta and Kirandio to go straight to Jaina, because I had asked him about the Jaina versus...
Ooh, nice throw.
I'd asked him about the Jaina versus Vendetta matchup, and he said he was pretty comfortable with it. So, I don't know... It's kind of interesting seeing these two sort of not pick the characters they're known for this fight.
I had to recently fight Kirandio's Jaina in a small tournament, and it really caught me off guard because I'm usually not afraid of Jaina at all. I think she's definitely one of the weaker characters, and he sort of opened my eyes a little bit. So I know he has new tech, really.
Yeah, he plays a really mean version of that character. Obviously, considering he made, I think he was first in his division actually.
Yeah, he was. I also ran into him in quick match.
Okay,
this is now top 4 of everything.
Yeah, so winner of this match goes on to fight Thello in the East Realm finals, and then whoever wins that will go on to the Yomi Bowl once the other division is ready. We saw enomus open with a very, very heavy ace block range. Kirandio playing basically no attacks, just blocks and throws in the opening.
So is this actually top 8? Because if you count both divisions?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, these East Realm semis, but top 8.
I know this matchup quite well because I play both Grave and Arg. This match I think is where Grave's throws suddenly become extremely valuable, because it's really easy for Grave, having only 4 ranks of throws and an ability on 2 of them,
Yeah.
to be caught in a situation where Arg is just holding down back with the ace and he can't like do anything about it that much.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Arg versus Onimaru, but it is one of Graves' more tense matchups. So just sort of to illustrate it, I don't think I've seen a Grave beat my Argagog without using True Power of Storms.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, that does go a long way towards victory in any context.
Yeah, for sure.
oh yeah, yeah. But I try and win Grave matches without True Power of Storms, and against Arg, it's like bad.
Yeah, that's fair. So we saw Kirandio already powering up
For at least 2.
powering up for 2 aces. He got a block off. Very nice. I think so. So now he's holding those aces basically to threaten the possibility of True Power of Storms, and he's gonna use that to open up a more block heavy range from enomus, or at least that's what it appears that he's doing with it right now.
I don't think that face down was going to do anything there. I think Kirandio wanted the knockdown anyway.
Well, the knockdown definitely sets up for possible mix-up normal into True Power of Storms.
Yeah,
or
but not anymore, because you can't do that with Protective Ward up.
Exactly. So
Yeah. Protective Ward is basically a catch-all defense against True Power of Storms on knockdown in this matchup. Yeah. The interesting thing about the faster moves in this matchup is that True Power of Storms played raw is 0.4, but it can be beaten by Blowfish Spikes, which can also itself be beaten by Queen.
Yeah.
So you've got this sort of really weird sort of setup where, you know, Arg's aces basically just beat True Power of Storms. Yeah, those Arg 7 throws. He's already got 3 7s in the discard. I think that's... Well, I mean, he's in the lead, so...
Yeah, he's got a bit of a life lead, and Kirandio notably has played 2 of his own 7s, one as a throw and one for its ability. So even though Arg has the slower 7 throw,
I have to imagine Kirandio has like a stacked hand right now.
Yeah, he's got 2 confirmed
cards
aces.
and almost nothing in the discard, right?
He was blocking with the 10, yeah?
Yeah, okay, now he's got definitely...
Nice power. Okay.
Storms confirmed! Mew, mew, mew!
And we have to have at least also some queens and some other good stuff in there too. I mean, that's a...
Yep, could well be.
Yeah, but queens from grave are kind of a gambit in this matchup.
Yeah,
it's always nice to scoop a bubble shield.
Yeah, I like this this play from Kirandio. After that early couple of turns where enomus was basically playing mono bubble shield block, he very quickly shifted to basically attacking about 4 turns in a row. And now that Kirandio has True Power of Storms and has been threatening it, he's been going into a much more block-heavy range to play around the possibility of that coming out. I think against a Grave player you don't know, there are some Grave players that, as Cloud alluded, I mean, you prefer not to play it as True Power of Storms basically ever. Just play your aces as soon as you get them as combo filler and throw enders. And then there's other Grave players that just play Riker Ball with it.
Yeah, you don't know how crazy they're going to be.
Exactly. So
do these two have a history?
I don't know
what. Don't know what Kirandio versus enomus has turned out in the past, because I mean Kirandio, like you said, came out in the 4th 7.
Nice, sinks that 7.
Seeing so many like early quads in top 8.
The RNG is set to hype.
Yeah.
Oh god, that combo just threw him off the internet.
Yeah, Kirandio with the bad connection.
This has happened before. There's a distinct pattern to how often he'll get kicked off.
Gotcha. Okay, so
he comes back immediately.
He's playing on the Fisher Price internet.
Yeah,
I think he was literally playing in a coffee shop at one time.
Ooh,
it's over.
Yeah, goes for the. He's feeling the pressure and goes for the move that would get him back into the game. He does have 10 cards in hand.
I was about to say that Grave can basically only win from here with True Power of Storm, so all Arg needs to do is hold that ace for the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. And it worked.
Wondering if you see more attack-heavy range. Okay, I was about to say, I don't know why you wouldn't just poke at this point.
I would think Arg poke would be very good right here.
Well, I mean, the Grave Queen is basically something that he wants to save for...
powering them up. That's...
Yeah. Well, because these queens are kind of scary to use as Grave in this matchup because you can end up running them right into a bubble shield. So and also because of Arg's attack speed range, they don't really beat anything that single ace or True Power of Storms wouldn't also beat, aside from Blowfish Spikes, which Arg doesn't really want to use with the queen in play. So Queen is a very scary card to play in neutral for Grave. So, I mean, he's not going to be using the Queen that... Oh!
Okay, that tells me he's got a Joker in hand, though.
Enomus needs the Joker. He probably has.
He has to play. Yeah, he has to play into this. Oh my god!
Wow!
Pew, 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 pew. And Kirandio
I'm speechless.
that. Wow.
Well, you were right. He did need T-Pos to win, and he did.
He absolutely had to play into that. I mean, I think enomus had definitely had like the perfect position to bluff there. It's clear he didn't have a card in. He didn't have a Joker in hand, because if you did, you would 100% of the time play it there, unless you're a crazy person. So yeah, unfortunately, does not get the Joker he needs, and Kirandio now opening with throw into ace for big opening damage.
Yeah, so here's how Grave can beat Arg without True Power of Storms, is he establishes an early early life lead, and then can sit back and, well, I mean, Kirandio obviously isn't sitting back with that 8th throw, but Grave can sort of like much more comfortably build up for his options from this position.
Right.
Yeah. So, because what Arg is going to need to try and do now is get that life lead back, basically.
Ooh, good.
So Kirandio refusing to not press buttons.
Yeah. I mean, at 90 health or close to, at 90 health, he was perfectly within his rights to get a little bit randy there. Playing the even cross up just to try to sneak around Bubble Shield. Ooh, nicely throws it too.
So I think Kirandio may have drawn just a handful of throws to start, because he's not holding back from using those. Yeah,
could well be.
And he's landed 3 of them too.
Yeah, he's throwing with his 7s and 8s, which are really
enomus
nice,
is
good stuff there.
Not giving any real incentive to make him stop.
Reveals the 9.
Yeah. I'm wondering. I feel like enomus is not. He really hasn't pushed the throw button much. He played it a little bit in the first game with 7s, and I'm wondering if that's that's a discomfort with throwing with a higher.
Yeah, he's only willing to do it with 7, maybe.
7 or 8.
Well, the thing is that Argagog 7 is really valuable in this matchup, because Grave normally doesn't want to throw with the 7s because of their martial mastery ability.
Ooh.
It has 2 7s.
Yeah.
So I mean, Joker. That's a pretty good, decent Arg hand.
Yeah, that
the
feels
only thing
very,
that's really
very
lacking
nice.
is an ace.
Like, Protective Ward would have actually saved him in the late game from True Power of Storms, because that was a confirm.
Yeah, but I mean, you still want to use the 7s like for that.
That'll do.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Draws into that bubble shield and gets it attached. So
Still can't get comfortable because he doesn't have the life lead.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what buttons he presses in this situation, because his hand is. I mean, do you block with a 7 here? I feel. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, blocking with the 10 seems pretty good.
Is that a new card? Just recently drew that? Yeah.
From my experience, once Arg gets into range, he either wants to hammer fast attacks, 7 throws, or dodges, and sort of put his opponent in a situation where his opponent has to play. His opponent has to play a very dangerous guessing game.
Yeah.
Now he's got to have a pretty decent hand.
What I was saying before, the queens for Grave are more of a escape bubble shield card because they just throw them out to beat all attacks. So there comes the 7th throw.
Gets out of there. Spends a queen and a jack to do so. Takes a bit of damage, but still has a 10 health lead.
Has a 9 health lead.
Kind of a healthy hand size. Enomus immediately powering up for that. I think it's just confirmed single ace in hand at this point.
There comes Kirandio again.
Yeah. I think we might see the second 7 throw come out from Arg here. No,
Ooh,
goes for the queen.
Won.
Dodge the water spirit.
Do we have secret 2 power storms here? Yeah, okay. Because he has been... Kirandio had already pressed the dodge button at kind of an odd place, I feel like. Okay, tests with single ace.
Goes for the even block, though. Did he have an ace in hand? I think he did.
He did, yeah. Okay, so now 2 aces in the discard. He definitely doesn't have true power of storms here.
Nice.
And now we see Enomus immediately shifting to a more attack-heavy range, because he knows he can only be punished so badly. Gets the straight,
3, 4,
only
5.
3 damage, or only 5 damage. Still a very close
manages to
game
get a
here.
second ace in hand, so we know he has blowfish spikes now.
Yeah.
Which means we get that really awkward T-Pos blowfish Shoryuken speed interaction.
I'm wondering if we see more throws out of him now, or if he goes back to blocking. Okay.
We do.
There's the 7th throw.
Yeah. So immediately, as soon as he knows that he doesn't have much to contend with. The block from Kirandio may indicate that he doesn't have a queen, or else he may be willing to contest blowfish spikes by playing it there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we see out of Arg here. We may see a block to try to get around Wake Up True Power of Storms, or he could play Blowfish Spikes right here, and it would be basically 100% safe, except for against... It can only lose to block or queen.
Yeah, double block.
shields.
Neither player really wants to commit to an attack very much in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, Kirandio is sitting at 33 health, and that could very, very rapidly disappear if he hits... Ooh!
It's cutting under the single ace.
Yeah, very nicely played there. Good spot to put
Now
it.
he's in a very good position. Grave with only 6 cards has to make some pretty good guesses to win at this point.
Yeah. And,
Unless he just
Yeah, sorry.
pulls an ace from the discard.
Yeah. And Enomus can now play a very, very safe block range. He's going to have to get thrown twice into ace in order to die from this position, and that might just happen.
There's one throw, yep.
Oh, his jokers can still come out.
That's true. We haven't seen any play,
real,
right?
Oh,
Ooh! That wasn't it. 10 health now.
Is Enomus just not drawing jokers this set, or what?
Could
no,
well
he has
be.
a joker in his hand. He was bluffing. But he was in a pretty good position to bluff, so Kirandio called it.
Oh, that's right. It was in his hand earlier, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We have seen that
So-
come out.
Now he's in a terrible position to bluff, because if he gets thrown, he can just throw into knockdown and then chip him out with the queens and the aces.
Yeah.
Queen presumably to beat blowfish spikes, ace to chip him out from 3 health if he gets thrown, which deals 7.
Although
So,
Kirandio
Enomus
has
in
to
a
be
bad
wary
position.
of the blowfish spikes just coming out here if he gets thrown. Oh, and does save
Yeah,
that
he gets
throw.
thrown.
So now he has to play the joker, and it really does nothing.
Yeah, and he... Oh, I'm
I did
sure.
not expect Kirandio to call that.
Yeah. It could indicate that he doesn't have the queen.
Or he could have the second joker. But chip is now a real thing for Enomus. So now bubble shield is probably not going to.
Ooh.
Not what he wanted.
Nope, that's it. Gets stuffed, and that's 2-0 for Kirandio. Yeah, really
Is that
nicely
a-
played game so far.
4 out of 7?
Yeah, best of 4. Or, sorry, first to 4, I should say.
First of all. Enomus says, let me switch to
That's
Steam.
very fair. I had to do that the other day, too. The browser sometimes lags a lot, and the Steam version doesn't lag at all.
Gotcha. Okay.
Have you ever experienced that?
No, I've switched to Firefox. Opera stopped supporting.
Yeah, I use Firefox too, but I think it's based on like how many people are watching. Like if you have like 20 people, like 20 spectators, and they're all talking at the same time.
Right.
Like nobody can do anything, including the
probably
players.
the same guy.
Alert the magistrate.
Kirandio's got this amazing, like, understated way of talking. I love it.
Enomus 2.
Yep.
Why hasn't he
Enomus.
attached his 2 accounts together?
Honestly, I haven't been able to figure out how to do that. Just
Well, it is very confusing. I had to ask Thello how to do it.
Yeah, I'll go find what the search is, but
it is like the definition of unintuitive. Like it is, you have to do the exact opposite of what you would think you would have to do. And if you do the thing you do think you would want to do, it messes everything up.
Okay.
It's,
So
yeah.
I'll very carefully figure out how to do that.
Yeah. Just ask Thello. He knows.
Okay, so not the worst opening for Kirandio. Has to spend a jack just spends the queen actually to get out of there and take some damage.
Yeah. Jack actually did 3 chip damage and it prevented him from drawing a card, so that was good.
Yeah.
It's one of the few like ability interactions that Grave Arg has, where if you run a jack into a bubble shield, Arg at least doesn't get to draw from it, and Grave gets the jack back. So it's better than running an ace into a bubble shield at least.
Yeah, the first 2 turns were kind of just like a neutral interaction, like just a wash, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the adjustment. I hope that Enomus continues. I would like to see him press the attack button a little bit more. No, gets hit
7
with a
throws
jack.
are getting stuffed by jacks.
Although I guess that's not too bad of a combat loss.
Yeah, Jack doesn't come back at least.
Exactly. Although you hate to see the 7 throw get lost in that.
Wow.
Ooh.
There's
Just
sort of what we were talking about that we were saying he wasn't willing to do.
The
I guess he
scoopest of
is.
scoops.
The Kirandio with the 10 throw signals, I don't have many throws in hand, therefore,
Yeah.
I was expecting Enomus to go on the down back there.
Yeah, I think he might still be reacting to the Kirandio of last game.
Even though he doesn't, Kirandio doesn't necessarily have any aces at this point.
Yeah. Well, he just got thrown so hard and so continuously in the last game that he may just.
But I think that was just because Kirandio drew a lot of throws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he was throwing at the right times, he was definitely putting pressure on. Like he was showing.
Like this right here.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely doing them like he's not just playing to like the quantity of cards in his hand. He's definitely spacing them out. Most of the time he's throwing off of revealed ace power up or something like that. I suppose in this instance he played the jack, so throwing off of a known jack in hand
would
is
do
okay.
good here. No,
Ooh. Good dodge.
queens.
Okay, so
He does seem to have an almost limitless hand of throws, doesn't he?
yeah.
Like where's he getting
I've
them
never
from?
seen Grave with this many throws before. Yeah. Normally it's the other way around.
Okay.
Stuffs cross-ups.
I'm almost wondering if we've seen him play the 7 as an ability a couple of times in the matches so far. Oh, the hype ARG combos for 16 damage.
I love the bubbles as a move because they're correct me if I'm wrong, but they're the only moves in the game where they do less damage if you pump them
Yeah.
compared to putting them sequentially.
It's definitely
Actually,
not a standard.
Jaina's aces also do that. They do 10 damage for hitting and then 9 damage for pumping.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
Yeah.
but you can't link them together.
Oh, the
Oh, that's
brutal
true, yeah.
grave
Yeah, I mean
throws here.
cards where you have the option to put them sequentially.
Yeah.
The so I'm wondering if they just keep coming. I really think that
Yeah, what is
Kirandio
with
has
all
done his
these-
homework on this matchup, and the few times that we've seen him use the 7 ability for its ability, I think that he's probably been digging for throws with that. He's always
Which is
been
funny
paying-
because it is a throw, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you draw 2 cards, so...
I would only ever use the 7 throw as an ability as Grave in this matchup if I had another 7 in hand, I suppose. The 7 throws from... I want to see enomus start disrespecting those bluffs, because just as somebody who plays ARG sometimes, you want to get the damage in. And I don't think...
Well, that's one way of doing it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well
But
done.
what I was going to say is you want to get the damage in because you want to get your opponents stressed because their health is slowly ticking down.
Right.
So, and the lower their health is, the more they get stressed. So if you hold back as Arg, ironically, because he's like the peaceful shaman, if you hold back as Arg, you're actually
Infuriate
almost
them?
giving your... You're not taking advantage of the stressful my health is ticking down factor in this
Oh, I see what
in
you're saying.
Arg games. Yeah.
I think that was a good position not to follow up. Oh, and we see the switch to Jaina. But just to talk about that last interaction we saw. So I think disrespecting the bluff there might have been dangerous. If it was a Joker, Grave was kind of at 4 cards, so putting him in a position where you're at 30 health, or Enomus was at 30 health. I think it would be scary to put any more gas in Graves' tank, especially having the 2 hidden aces, which of course we didn't know about when we started commentating about that. But having the 2 hidden aces basically in hand in that position, where you're not going to get dodged. The block is, it could come out, but Kirandio has, has shown that he's willing to stand up with buttons occasionally. I think that was a good place to do it, especially since he had lethal off of that combat reveal. So
I'm wondering
pretty
if
fair
Kirandio's hand is a little bit sparse of options at the moment. Oh, there's a block. Because, he dodged twice, which I'm not sure whether that's a good option against Argagog, although I don't know much about this matchup specifically, but I think Jaina's health buyback interacts really poorly for her with Argagog's Hex.
What could she have that that would involve so much dodging here?
Well, she might just have a hand full of attacks and dodges, just like low normals and face cards. Because you can get stuck with those kinds of hands as Jaina. Because the few times I've played Jaina, I've ended up just being like, oh, where are my blocks? Where are my throws? I have none.
Yeah,
There's a block.
It could be that he's trying to hedge around Bubble Shield. That he's saying, okay, the Enomus has been playing, or my opponent has been playing a fair amount of blocks and attacks. He's been kind of hesitant to throw me. So the worst thing that happens when I put this dodge to the ground, or dodge face down, is that, it might trade with a block, but otherwise I'm happy to take that.
So clearly his strategy is to get down to 35 health Jaina before starting to play.
And then just win it all with 4 aces continuously.
Yeah,
And just buy them
nothing
all
but
back.
aces and queens after that.
Oh! Good stuff here by Enomus.
Well, strategy successful.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Not exactly sure. Oh, you know what? I think we probably saw the Grave come out in those first 2 matches just as a counterpick to Vendetta. Is my suspicion, now that I think about it. Because
I don't know what Kirandio might have that counterpicks Arg though, since I think Jaina and Grave both have a hard time against Arg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yep.
Better have the Joker now.
Yeah. This is probably over. Ooh. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
over.
Basically an Arg perfect.
that BM where you leave someone with one or two health left as ARG.
Yeah, and then you sheathe your sword and they fall apart. Like,
No, when you throw them to knockdown and they have 2 health left, and then you burst.
Well, okay, that's the ultimate way of showing that ARG is a pacifist. Like he doesn't even deal the final blow. He just walks away.
yeah, exactly. And we see the switch to Zane now.
So, did any of you see this coming?
Decided... Oh no.
Oh well, that's the thing.
Yeah, this could lead into good damage.
Does Kirandio play Zane?
Everyone plays Zane.
Okay, yes.
I've picked Zane against ARG.
Zane, nobody plays Zane. Zane plays himself. That's the story. Yeah.
And the big
so
damage.
Kirandio stepping back and letting Zane take over.
So it's more like people are possessed by the spirit of Zane.
They allow Zane to move through them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a fine matchup. You can basically play both of Zane's game plans very effectively. You can block a whole bunch to get to Anarchy. You can throw a whole bunch, and you've got dominant throws. Basically,
Dominant
2 ranks
throws.
of dominant throws in the matchup. So
Knockdown very
that feels
easily.
very good.
Nice water spirit.
Yep.
So I have to assume that Bubble Shield is extra good here because, it's an odd block, and Zane likes odd normal attacks the most.
Very true.
I don't think. Well, I mean, his odd normal attacks do slightly more damage, but
Good
I don't
poke.
think I've ever seen a Zane hold back from using the 6 or the 2 on knockdown, because it does lead into damage.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely want to hold on to the 2 as a neutral tool. Not as much, though, in this matchup either, because ARG has... although I guess, no, sorry. ARG only has the Queen as a 2.2 answer to the 2 attack. So actually, 2 is a pretty good button in neutral. It's going to beat basically everything except the Queen and Blowfish Spikes and Bubble Shield. But yeah, you could...
ARG was willing to push his own 2 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Kirandio comboed 2 attack into 7 throw into nothing, so his hand is probably stacked with throws.
Actually, yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
That revealed some info that I didn't think of at the time.
And he has played 2 2s so far, so probably unlikely that you get...
Oh, man.
Oh,
His
boy.
hand is stacked with throws.
Yeah.
Ironically, having a hand stacked with throws is not a good thing at this current time. But it was in the...
yeah, it could have been...
matchup.
I mean, it's kind of ugly. You'd definitely rather play the 5 as a throw than as a dodge, but against this really attack-heavy range we've seen out of enomus last game and this game...
Oh,
no!
no!
Oh, no!
Oh, no, it's Whomper all over again.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 5 throws in the discard, 2 7 throws in the discard.
And just
enomus
block and
very
he'll-
comfortably playing that 8th throw.
He'll probably crash bomb into a bubble shield here.
Oh,
twos
no.
and-
It's another
Close
2.
enough,
Pretty much just as bad.
Oh dear.
Although I guess you don't knock yourself down in this situation.
Yeah.
So now Kirandio has to get back in. He's got to pop the bubble
Shouldn't
somehow.
be too hard for Zane. Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Okay.
I don't think
Calling
that
those
we've
throws
seen-
out.
Yeah. We haven't seen Kirandio dodge or block once, I don't think. So I hope enomus just piles on the attacks.
Yeah, and that's definitely what we're
yeah.
seeing.
Yeah, just bubble shield here. I mean, just blowfish spikes here.
Yeah, just as a kind of a low. I don't know. In this position where you've got your bubble shield on, I would probably be more inclined to just block my way. Or if I'm reading that there's still a possibility that I'm going to get thrown, I'm just going to poke my way out of this game.
No,
Okay.
throw. So what I think was a good option there, and was blowfish spikes. If he gets dodged and knocked down, that's fine. Just play the burst next turn, because Kirandio is not going to start holding back at this life deficit.
Right.
But if he has a burst, I mean, he might not. But if he did, that'd be a good setup.
Enomus in a position where he can probably block for the rest of the game, especially if he has his Joker in hand.
I don't know, because Zane's kind of dangerous because he has the dominant throw range, although he has used up 4 7s and 3 5s.
Yeah, so
And has half of his deck left to go, so yeah, maybe he doesn't have such a dominant throw range. So, but Zane, if he guesses correctly, can just knock down Loop to dead.
that's the real reason that you probably want to block forever until the game ends. Is
Okay.
sorry.
No.
Yeah, still feeling the sting of that first game.
How many of those were known? I only remember the one.
Well,
Yeah, those are
Zane must win combat this turn.
yeah.
Do we know how many of those Zane aces were known and how many were secret?
2 were powered up for.
Okay.
Yeah, if you power up for 2 aces of Zane, that's basically signaling I have anarchy. Where are all the face cards this game? That is true.
Yeah.
There's 1 jack and 1 queen in Zane's discard pile.
So all Enomus has to do is
Jack,
not
queen,
get
king.
knocked down.
Yeah, and there you go.
Oh,
That's it. He can block.
Not
and
quite.
He wins.
not quite. Kirandio can dodge into king or play king.
But he can't do anything
you can
against
block.
block.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way you can be knocked down if you block on that setup. So 100% guaranteed victory.
Well, Zane
Is
Zane
not even
can.
willing. Yeah, it's like you will stand as you die, sir. You will.
That's
stand.
amazing.
Nice. No, I won't let you die in style.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I love it. So, Enomus coming back from a 2-game deficit, going to match
Cup.
point against Kirandio here.
Won 3
And
games in a row and got a card pack.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're, you've got to be rewarded for
That
when
awesome
you make a
BM
good
there.
move.
So we just back to
Okay.
Jaina.
Okay,
It's like
back
if I'm
to
going
back to his
down,
main.
I'm going down,
Was
playing
not
the main.
satisfied with Zane at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Jaina went even worse.
it's true. Yeah, that was entirely one-sided. But I think nice.
All
I think
right.
we can see kind of an adjustment come out here. That's probably the thing he was going for in the first game where he got blocked or thrown out. Is just get around that queen, because that 2.2 speed is kind of an awkward thing for Jaina to work around for. Even the jack at 2.4 is kind of an awkward speed with 2.4, which trades very nicely with Jaina's own king, preventing it from blocking because of the clash, and also just outright beats Jaina's 2 attack, which is at 2.6. So Ark definitely has the tools here. Okay. Even that trades with the king, so...
I feel like Kirandio hasn't been throwing with Jaina from what we saw between this game and the previous
I believe in
Jaina.
the last game he started desperately throwing in the end game,
And
but
he ate
Arg
every
switched to an
attack.
attack-heavy range, yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at a
So
There
yeah,
we
he
go.
was
An
adjusting,
attack
puts up
dodge
the bubble
range.
shield.
Yeah. So Jaina, notably, kind of a weak character to throw with, because that puts her in a position where she usually has to take the knockdown off of it. She's not going to build any additional cards, and she can't buy back any of the attacks she spends on those throw combats. So kind of an awkward character, I feel like, against Argagarg. Does get the
and that knee
the
bash
knee
doesn't
Yeah.
even give her the knockdown.
one with that doesn't do knockdown. That's interesting.
Yeah. Just
So
to break
maybe
the...
yeah. So maybe the signal is I have no better throws. So if I was Enomus, I'd just ace block again if I had it.
Yeah.
Nah.
And instead goes for the queen. Gets dodged into 8 damage. Just gets
I
all
think
the jacks
Enomus
out of
is
hand.
suspecting valuation traps, probably. It's like Jaina's like plays the bad throw and then is like, ha, I had another throw.
Yeah,
all along."
I mean,
Who would have
I
expected?
guess if you have respect for your opponent, that would have been an
Ooh.
obvious setup, right?
Good poke.
Yeah.
Catches a 7 throw, which is a very, very nice catch. Arg fishing for value cards here.
Powers up crash and flow. I don't know what that would well, I suppose it could effectively counter Smoldering Embers. I'm not sure about
Yeah, it
Does that
doesn't seem
Unstable
worth it to
Power.
me.
Unstable Power can come back and bite Jaina. I don't think she wants to use it that much in this matchup.
Yeah, you
Oh,
definitely
dear.
want it as a throw. That is the correct usage, I feel. And all of these bluffs are going to be incredibly effective from Arg on throw turns, just because it's kind of like double psychologically difficult to commit to following up those throw combos. Good.
All right,
poke
so this is interesting, is that we've seen Enomus use the 2 several times as a counter to mix-up normals
Yep.
from Kirandio, and Kirandio has just refused to respect it.
It's a
He's
very,
gotten-
very good positioned poke. I mean, he had played 2 of them already, and 2 queens and a jack. So on a 4-5 card hand, and the 4th 2 comes out. These draws though. So now he's. I mean,
Like I said, top 8, we have quads.
yeah, that's right. I forgot the hype settings were still on. I apologize.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's a big duff.
You just showed the Smoldering Embers. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, that big 15 arg damage.
Yeah. The life
10
was
block
actually tied up
is-
on 2 characters with equal amounts of max health for a second there.
Yeah.
one cannot simply just do it.
Although Enomus
why I fixed it.
putting the lie to that statement, because he's been really nicely using those 2s. Oh, good dodge from
Stopped.
Kirandio here. That was a known Blowfish Spikes, I believe.
What do we see as the follow-up?
We could well see nothing. Nothing may be the correct play here.
Knee bash.
I'm surprised by his use of knee bash.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Kirandio
It's
is
good
just
damage,
going for
He's
max
putting him at
damage at this
28,
point.
which is lethal to 3 aces in hand, and we have seen him power up for 1 ace.
Also lethal, I think,
Yeah.
from some throw setups.
Seeing the dodge there definitely pushes me in the direction of 3 of those cards are aces in his hand.
If I was Arg, I'd probably throw here with a fast throw if I had it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's caught with a 9. It's probably just going to lay him out here. Oh, no. Going for damage. Going for big damage, too. Oh,
Does not pay off. No.
Oh,
And
God.
Yeah, what are you
Has
going
a-
to do with
has a
1
life
card
lead,
left in
though.
hand also?
This is going to be very, very tricky. He's just activated hard mode here. Two
Oh
cards
yeah,
in-
he has 2 cards left.
Well,
Now he has 3
there's a few
yes!
extra ones.
Okay, that was absolutely the correct move to play there. I'm surprised we didn't see Enomus just block. Like,
I'm also surprised we didn't see Enomus just block.
although, I mean, life totals are close enough that if he got thrown, just single thrown.
Wow.
Oh,
God!
Is that
and the
enough?
smoldering embers.
Is this the win? Is he gonna pick it up?
Was Lady Luck kind enough to hand Enomus a second
Yeah, it
Joker?
should be enough, right? Like, you can just combo...
Yeah, this is lethal if he doesn't have it.
Oh,
God!
oh wow.
Hard mode again activated. Okay, powering up for single ace.
Jokers, please.
Oh my god.
Well, Enomus didn't draw, like, any Jokers the first couple rounds, right? So,
Oh!
Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh my lord. Kirandio is my hero right now. And that
Exacties.
Yeah. Holy crap!
That, well, yeah, that happened.
Which one of those did he top deck?
I don't even know. All right.
Okay.
Enomus switching to the panda.
Good lord. Okay, that was I need a second to put myself back together after that game. That was sick.
Oh, you don't get a second. We're going right into it.
It's right back into it.
Oh.
Okay, what do we got, Enomus? Ooh, starts off with some
Point toss, double cartwheel.
yeah. Some good damage.
JKK, pretty effective opening from. Oh no,
Doesn't
Okay.
get it back?
There goes
Oh,
the
he does
10.
get it back. Okay.
he does get it back, but he loses a 10.
Yeah, I mean
Don't know how necessary it is against Jaina though, because like, especially if you start off with a JKK, because
Basically-
Jaina does a lot of damage to herself anyway.
yeah. If he can find one more 10, he'll be fine.
Yeah, we don't know if he already has it or not.
Yeah.
Quick started
And
one.
if you think about it, like, let's pretend he had played that 10 as an ability. He basically got the 18. He got greater than average damage off of the jack into 2 kings. So
Yeah,
and he
fair
gets
enough.
to keep those. So perfectly fine. So I
Yeah,
think
that jack creates a weird interaction where all of Kirandio's combo starters are slower than it, but it loses out to Queen and Ace, which Jaina has easy access to. So it's another situation where both players kind of just want to block each other. Yeah.
and yeah, we're seeing Kirandio shift heavily into a block range. I think
So if I'm
this is like,
Kirandio, I throw here. I
Yeah.
think Lum's going to block. Yep.
nice. I think this is an excellent matchup for Jaina to go into that kind of range, and big damage off of that throw. Good stuff.
Not too surprising. That was
Yeah.
the first combo she did.
No, for sure. 30
and she did
damage
it
though,
from 12
and has
cards.
10 cards in hand on this next combat. Both of these players with large hands right now. Basically
Yeah,
the same
12
amount
card
of
Jaina is really dangerous, and you kind of don't want to commit to attacks against a high hand Jaina either, because she can, not only will it do even more damage than off of the throw, but she can get those cards back.
good joker there.
Yep.
It's basically guaranteed that he was going to get the blue burst off of that because of the kings in hand.
Gets them all
Gets
back.
the cards back, but
Does
gives
get it
up a
back.
6.
Yeah, that's a fine trade with that joker. Honestly, even having it respected would have been fine. You just want to preserve as much damage. Nice. Yeah, the queen
Not sure
coming
what
out
the
to try
queen
to.
was beating
What-
there,
yeah,
but
what
the
was
jack
that?
wasn't. Oh,
Yeah,
What
I
was-
guess that's fair. That's a good point. Because the only things that she can play around the jack with both beat the queen anyway, so.
Yeah.
well, I mean, a single ace is 0.8, so the queen beats 0.8 while the jack doesn't, but I'm not sure whether that was sort of in Jaina's range, especially with queen as a threat.
Ooh, lands the jackpot, 7 damage for free.
Yep. You just power up for 2
There
early.
Try
we go.
again.
Nope,
No.
50-50. 7?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, we
use them
might
all,
see
yeah.
the 10 come out here.
7, 7, 7. Are we going to see quad 7s? Oh, another
Okay.
queen. At least it's valuable hand info. No. So if Kirandio has a throw, I think he plays it here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So now Lum is probably going to flourish those. No.
Yeah.
Did not.
I don't know this matchup that well, so I don't know whether Lum values Gold Burst or Blue Burst more. Because I do know I'm not one of them, and you can probably see it in a lot of my matches. I don't play around Gold Burst very much, but people Gold Burst me all the time.
Right.
So I'm just like, ugh.
I think I feel like it's probably more valuable as Blue Burst because of Jaina's innate, where you kind of I don't know. Kirandio has been playing around. Like, he hasn't been buying too much stuff back. He's mostly been winning combat with throws anyway. Like, he's basically been playing a throw.
He hasn't
block
been
range.
using his combo starters. He hasn't he hasn't won a combat with the 2 or a king yet,
Yeah.
which is impressive.
Nice
'cause- ooh,
throw.
nice.
This is kind of a repeat of a couple rounds ago.
Yeah. Grasped indeed.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
that's a great combat for him. So yeah, we see enomus playing the Joker in the way that I think is probably the most effective. Like, as
double ace
Lum, you're
from
just
Kirandio
trying to
is probably
survive for
effective.
as long as you can to get the cards in. Like, even the blue burst helps you get aces, right? Like, it just gives you more cards that you can potentially power up for the aces you need.
Sure.
Yeah.
We better see something soon, though. I mean, he's got a big hand. We haven't seen any flourishes yet, though.
That's true. Okay,
Yeah.
we might
This
see
has
it
gotta
now.
be
Powering up.
And this could put Kirandio at a range where
Ooh, still no flourish.
no, okay.
I mean,
No.
He does have Great Pandemonium, and he does have the dodge side of those aces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, Queen played to stuff potential Great Pandemonium. He's willing to take the potential 13 to 20 damage.
I don't see blackjack dodge played very much.
Got 3 queens and 3 jacks in discard for Jaina.
How useful?
How many throws are?
I feel like against a character like Jaina, blackjack dodge would be very effective.
Wait, is that all 4 aces he has now?
That is all 4 aces.
Yeah.
And
okay,
he's
now he's going to get rid of some.
He's going for the illegal play because this is no longer a valid play in the new rules coming up.
Wait, what? I'm sorry?
You're not allowed to power up cards that you took. You're not allowed to power up aces if you took aces from the deck or the discard pile.
Basically, all of your power-ups happen simultaneously.
There's a 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's...
So you could still do it this way, you just have to wait another turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can power up aces for aces, but you're not allowed to power up the aces that you take.
Ooh.
When did this rule happen?
Unstable power.
Thurlan says it was always part of the rules, but it was never implemented online.
Ooh, gets the correct guess there, too. And he's going to be able to dodge into... Well, he's not going to be able to dodge into aces, but...
We probably have a joker here.
Knockdown?
Does not have it.
No, I mean, I don't think you need to play the Joker there. The only thing he could really play that you're scared of is a whole bunch of kings, and I think... Oh no, he hasn't played a single king. So yeah, that's definitely a face down, maybe a Joker if you have it, but this turn is where the Joker is very important.
And that's it.
Exactsies. Wow. Beautiful play by Kirandio.
Enomus telling everyone how he feels about that?
Yeah, but... I mean, I don't think there's any shame in those matches. He really played... I mean, Kirandio really played really, really well. And Enomus made some incredible adjustments. I mean, he came back from a 2-game deficit, fought his way back in, and then just... Kirandio just seemingly had all the answers, made all the decisions correctly. And so now we know. We've got Kirandio and Fellow for the East Realm Finals. So one of those two is going to advance to the Yomi Bowl.
I think every one of these rounds was close. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, the game of Arg versus Jaina, the first Arg Jaina game, Arg basically got it perfect. That was a real stomp. And I
remember that.
I think the game after that was fairly strong from Enomus as well.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of salt. Fighting game confirmed.
Wondering if Enomus is fucked Grave because of T-Pos or just because he's a annoying character or something.
Probably that T-Pos in the first game.
Probably the T-Pos.
Probably the T-Pos.
Nobody likes T-Pos. Even Grave players don't like T-Pos.
That's not true. I love T-Pos. I'm not a Grave player, though. I play one on TV. Only ever T-Pos when your opponent is on no hand. But, damn, that was a really good set. Well played to Kirandio. Going to be exciting to see him play against Thello. What a great story for him. Basically, I think this International Yomi League is his first foray into the online tournament scene.
Kirandio, pretty new.
I think the story was he came out of nowhere, so I'm hoping he wins.
That'd be amazing.
I'm going to be rooting for him.
Yeah, so we'll see some more matches as soon as they occur, and in the meantime, thank you, gentlemen, both for joining me on the cast. It was fantastic having you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having us on.
And if any of you viewers would like to join and play this game, it is available on browser, so currently available primarily through Firefox at fantasystrike.com. You can make a free account, play a rotating cast of free characters as they switch. You can also buy 10 characters at a time out of the 20 character cast for about $15 each. And you can also buy the game through Steam. Of course, the links to buy the game will be available in the show notes below. And again, through Steam, about $15 for 10 characters. So come and join us, and in the meantime, enjoy yourself some Yomi. Thanks for watching.